Here I'm going to demonstrate the insertion and removal of MTP connectors, commonly used at the end of 12-strand MPO or multi-fiber push-on runs in our data centers. The MTP connectors comes in two varieties. One is declared male with the 2 pins, and the other one is female and has 2 pin holes on the front face. The connector is keyed, so in the center of this top part here is a slightly elevated rectangular part, and also here. The green plastic part or colored plastic part for other varieties is spring-loaded and can be pushed back or pulled back, because it says pull to remove. Later on, when the connector is inserted, you have to pull on that. Let's now look at the orientation of the fiber optic in the switch. We're demonstrating this here on a Juniper QFX 5100. In some switches, like shown here, the two optics are lined up in the same orientation. In other switches, depending on make and model, you would see one optic is upside down compared to the other. In order to insert the fiber connector, in our case here the key rail is on the upside, so I would take the connector, line it up with the key facing up, and then gently push it in. Listen for the click. Let's try this again with the other connector on the other fiber. Lining it up with the key on top and then sliding in it. Listen for the click. You want to tug gently and make sure that the connector is all the way in. In order to remove it, grab the connector by the black strain relief in the back, slide back the colored part and pull the connector out altogether. Same on the other connector on the bottom. Grab by the strain relief, take your finger, go in and push back the spring-loaded plastic, and then pull the connector out altogether. The same receptacle exists on the cassettes that we are using. In this case, I have the cassette oriented so that the key is down. So you would take the connector facing the key down and just push it in, listen for the click, and then in the opposite you can just grab both sides of the green plastic that slides back and pull out the connector. And finally, for the patch panel, no difference. This is just a female connector and a patch panel enclosure. So we would find in this case the key lined up to the right side. Push the connector in, listen for the click, and then tug gently, make sure it is seated properly. And reverse, pull on the green slider and extract the connector.